What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Two Beards Podcast, where we drink beer and talk about random shit. My name is Levi. This is Nick. And I'm a little thirsty, so what are we drinking here today, Nicholas?
Well, you know what they say, the apple...
It's a good pop.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
It's satisfactory.
I think it's bubbled over. That's why it gets such a good pop. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
Just saying that's a thing that I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. I'm stupid. We're drinking cider today. Okay, folks? Some call it a sin. Some call it delicious. I'd say it's both.
What kind of cider specifically?
We're drinking a hop cider. We don't want to stray too far from the beer family, you know? This one is from Incline Cider Company. They're family owned, so family friendly. They love kids. It's called the Explorer. It's their hop cider. They are probably in the state of the United States.
They're from the United States.
You heard it here first, people. Now, I have had a hop cider before.
I have not.
Oh, hi, Levi.
Well, actually, I guess I have.
Sorry?
Because I just had this one.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I thought I remembered you pouring. I look over and you're pouring again. Like, wow. I thought he already poured it.
Wild card, bitches.
Here we go. Two beards.
No, so that one I did plan to throw you off with, but you didn't notice.
No.
I just kept drinking it. And I'm like, is he gonna notice me just downing the cider right now? And no, he didn't.
I have been surprising you on your surprises today.
You really have been.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I have had a hop cider.
You thirsty still, bro? I can't. Okay, Washington apples.
Okay. So I'm gonna give my first impression because I just downed it.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's for a hop cider. I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. For a hop cider, incredibly appley.
Yeah.
Not incredibly hoppy.
Agreed.
Like, I just taste apples.
See,
like I'm burping apples. I'm like on my cheeks.
Yeah.
Apples.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. And so, coming from the person who has had a hop cider previous to this, I'm gonna have my dad mail us the hop cider from back home.
Because that one's hoppy?
It's hoppy. And it is good. I actually really enjoy it.
Like, if you were to put this next to just a cider and say which one's hopped, I would not be confident.
No, me either. I wouldn't be able to guess at all.
So now that I've downed it, it says hoppy balanced floral crisp complex.
50% of that is correct.
Like, where the fuck is the apple? This is just apple.
Crisp, bro. Honey crisp apple.
Just okay. I'm gonna drink the rest of this one.
Okay.
Focused on trying to find the hops.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So they say Washington apples.
Yes.
And then they say hearty dose of local hops. They don't list the fucking hops.
Well, right, because they probably don't even know. They just said, "Hey, local farmer, got any hops?" And they're like, "Yeah, this is Yakima. Literally every fucking farm has hops. So,
yeah.
Of course.
Welcome to Eastern Washington.
What would you like?" "Well, we'd like some hops." Jesus Christ, just give them the shit off the baling room floor and let them get out of here.
Yeah. It'd
be nice to know.
I feel like I've been taken advantage of. That's what it is. I feel like they're like
this was their ploy to get you to drink their cider.
Correct.
Yeah, it worked.
Turns out. I mean, I won't be getting it again. Based off of my chugging of one.
I'll tell Cody to get this. He would like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like cider, I feel like
You love it. It's good.
It's like it's very flavorful. I mean, I can't speak much to the flavor because I'm not a cider drinker, but like it's flavorful. It's 6.5% solid.
So yeah, 6.5%, pretty solid for a cider.
Yeah.
So my brother works at Locust Cidery
In Tacoma.
In Tacoma. They have a bunch of locations across the state and a couple out of state as well, which is really weird. But anyways, based off of all the ciders that I've tried there, which I have tried quite a bit, I am not a cider person. I will enjoy a cider, but like if they have a good IPA, I would rather just have that.
Like this is drinkable.
Yeah, like I don't dislike it.
But I mean, so if you don't drink cider, it's not a beer. Like a lot of, for some reason, just because it's a lower ABV, I guess people like to group ciders and beer. There's no similarities.
They're both carbonated. That's it.
But it's like
it's still a different carb feel.
To me, it's like saying this whiskey and Coke is like a beer.
Right.
It's like, no, not at all.
No. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't like when.
Really, it's more similar to wine than anything because you're taking the sugars of a fruit and fermenting them.
It's like that's true.
Whereas beer, you're actually taking
100%.
it more related to whiskey because you're taking the sugars of a grain and fermenting them.
It's like when you're like, what kind of beer do you like? And they're like, well, I like cider. It's like,
that's not what
not at all what I
asked.
You.
Yeah.
You could have just said, I don't really like beer. But even when they say, I don't really like beer, they're like, but I like cider. Like, somehow that's a redeemable fact for them not liking beer. It's like, they're not related.
Still,
I don't like beer, but I like whiskey.
Okay. I'm not going to sit here and chug 3 whiskeys with you. Sorry.
I mean, I'll do 3 shots, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's so strange that people like
they correlate these random things together. But that's that's not too far from anything else, right? I had oh my gosh, you're going to want to murder somebody as I did. I saw this post that led me to this person's profile that posted multiple posts.
What kind of social media we're talking about?
We're talking Instagram here.
Okay.
Pictures, video. This person was committed. They found a loophole in the system and they were exploiting it. Was that good?
Sure.
All right. Exploiting it. And they decided that this conspiracy had some truth to it. Okay? And here's what happened.
You're taking us on a journey here.
They took a map.
Yep.
Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter if it was Nepal. Didn't matter if it was the United States. Took a map.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. It was mind-blowing. Every time they took a map of the cases of where Corona was most populated. Here it is. This is going to blow your mind. It eerily lined up with maps, when you lay them over one another, where 5G towers are located. So I commented on one of this asshole's photos. I said, no fucking shit. That's where people are. They're not going to put a 5G tower in the middle of the fucking desert where no one lives. Ergo, there's not going to be any cases of corona there.
What you're talking about?
Fucking cunt.
What you're talking about is it's commonly conferred.
Go ahead. Go again.
Commonly known as confounding variables.
Mm-hmm.
It's like me saying, "Hey, Nick."
Yeah.
I noticed there's a correlation between you swimming in the ocean and getting some ice cream. Does that mean that, like, whenever you go swimming, you want some ice cream?
Whoa.
Crazy, right?
That is spot on.
It's true. There's a correlation.
How did you know that?
I know. It's crazy.
Tell me your sources.
It's almost like there are seasons where in warmer temperatures you want colder foods.
Oh, you don't say.
But it really is about you just swimming.
Jesus Christ, yeah. I was blowing up inside.
I mean, I know where they're going because like China does all the 5G stuff, but like, I mean, to your point, it's like this idea that like 5G causes, like, if the implication is like if you're linking it to China, it's like, okay, we get it, the coronavirus is from China, but if you're trying to link it to like 5G, like what are you trying to link it to?
Yeah,
right?
You're like what the fuck? What's your point? Like, no shit.
Crazy. Where more people are traveling to and from, there's more evidence of coronavirus there. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. Yeah. It blew my mind.
On this topic.
Yeah.
Of stupid people.
Go ahead. Love it.
On stupid fucking shit. I gotta get real here because this has personally impacted me. Cornhole. I notified Nick that I have a cornhole story and to not let me forget it.
That's true.
So,
for the record, it's called bags, but go on.
Whatever you want to call it, bags, corn. I don't really give a shit. So I ordered. This year I was like, last year I played a lot of bags.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh yeah.
And so much so where my board, which is a pretty cheap boards, one of them broke.
Oh no shit.
Like not bad, like not bad, but like
still
there's a crack in it, and it's just it annoyed me.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna invest in like a proper cornhole set.
Yeah, it's about that time.
So I purchased one.
Okay.
I purchased a set.
Where from?
On Etsy.
Oh, all right, nice.
I'll even call it the seller Skip's Garage.
Nice. That a boy
Garage.
Skip.
Yes.
You and your garage are.
And I go for the full shebang. Right. I get the boards.
Cup holders.
I get. I didn't get cup holders, but I got light up edges. I got the holes to light up. I got the carrying case. The whole thing.
That's cool.
And it cost me like $275 or something.
They wood or plastic?
Yeah, full wood.
Okay, good.
Like
I was about to be
built-in like handles into the wood, like a
wax,
like a sturdy boy.
Yeah.
So I was like, but that's what I wanted, right? I was like, I know I'm spending money on this, but that's what I want.
Totally.
So I do this whole thing.
Yeah.
Order it. 2 days later, I get the lights and the carrying case in the mail from Amazon.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So I spend like $275, $300 on a board with lights and all that stuff. Don't even come installed. They just send it to me from Amazon. Same with the carrying case.
This person from Etsy.
Yep.
Ordered something from Amazon.
Yep.
And sent it to you.
Yep. So I looked up the price of these things, of the lights, the bags, because they're all add-ons and stuff on Amazon because it comes with the fucking receipt of what Amazon sent you, right?
Fucking idiot.
And I look them up on Amazon because like now I'm pissed, right? I'm like, bro, I spent so much money on this stuff. Like even if you upcharged it and got them from Amazon, I don't care. You would install it, but you didn't install it. You just sent them to me.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, now I'm going to look up the prices. It would have cost me $54. $54 to get it from Amazon. They charged me $105 for all those accessories.
Wow.
So it was like over 100% markup on those accessories that I have to install myself.
Yeah.
To 2-day prime them to me. And I was like, you could have just said, here's the accessories I recommend you buy from Amazon to install for the light. Nope, just wanted to charge me $50 extra, so I pay for half of his Prime membership.
So you didn't even get the boards?
Didn't even get the boards yet.
Oh, so they are coming though?
No. I messaged him immediately after, and I said, so I'm going to cancel my order because
this is bullshit.
And in the page, it doesn't say anything about separate installation, nothing to that. And he's like, well, do you want me to just refund, the difference, coronavirus, things are crazy, FedEx has broken the lights before. And I'm like, yeah, no, I feel like you just fucking cheated me on all of this.
Yeah.
So go ahead and cancel all of that.
Yeah.
And then I notice on the listing page, and I'll zoom in for you, Nick.
Oh my God.
Maybe I'll post it on Instagram or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So Skip's Garage, right? Mm-hmm. So if you zoom into these boards, nice boards, right? Like
yeah,
get the whole thing.
Yeah.
You zoom into this board.
Okay.
What does that read right there? Oh, sorry.
Oh gosh, you gotta lock your. It says Slick Woody's Cornhole.
So it doesn't say Skip's Garage, no?
No, it does not.
Weird.
That's a bit odd. So he doesn't do anything.
So I looked up Slick Woody's, different company from a different part of the United States.
Okay.
So I just canceled my whole fucking order from Skip's Garage, reported them to Etsy, and then placed an order with Slick Woody, and it was cheaper. And they said, "Here's how you would install the lights." They didn't sell the lights.
So they do it themselves. So this Slick Woody's also recommends like lights and things like that.
They had like accessories that you could buy from them. They say they don't install them or whatever. But,
okay.
Like, all that
so
stuff.
they're upfront about it. They say, "Hey, here's the accessories. Yeah. We don't install them, but we'll tell you how to do it."
But the boards themselves were cheaper.
Right.
Like they're still expensive. Like I still spent like $300 in total. But like,
wait, in total or like after you get your refunds and all is said and done?
Like after I get each from Skip's Garage it was like $275. I ended up spending like $250.
Okay.
Like with the accessories, the lights, the bag, all that stuff.
Okay.
But I got like a nicer bag. I chose the lights I wanted.
Yeah.
I chose a different material for the boards.
So you're telling me it was an actual experience.
I got tournament length boards instead of the backyard like 3x2. I got 4x2 boards.
Yeah.
Or whatever the regulation length is.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was a whole thing where I was like I got to choose the better size the tournament sized length, which is cool. Not that I really give a shit, but like it ended up still being cheaper from a board perspective. And then I ordered like a nice like padded bag and everything. Okay. So it was like
right.
I got like orange lights and everything.
Of course you did.
I like orange.
Just a little bit.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
But yeah, I was like, dude, I was so pissed.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. This guy
on Etsy.
This guy just being like, I'm going to just buy this shit from Amazon and sell it for more. What a fuck.
On Etsy.
What a fuck. Like, why go through that much trouble of like creating your account and like putting all that together? That's so much effort. That is so much work.
Like I was seriously like so tempted.
How many people do you think he's probably scammed off this?
A lot. Like he's got so many 5-star reviews.
Wow. All these people just don't do their fucking homework.
Like, that's what pisses me off. That's why I like wanted to post it to Instagram because I'm like I went like that all happened and I was like man, I went out of my way, right?
Yeah.
Spent more money than I need to because
right.
I was like I want a really nice board set from like an artist that's making cool boards, has a design I like, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then just to get like a fucking Amazon primed accessories, I'm like, dude, that's just...
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Not the experience I was wanting.
And not to mention that, like, it's just like so insulting too. Like you said, from Etsy. Like, I've never had a bad experience from Etsy because it's primarily all of these like local, like your neighbor down the street kind of artists that don't have another platform to be able to sell their stuff on.
Like if he was upfront about it and was like, hey, FedEx recently has broken the lights with all the Corona stuff. We're not doing accessories. We can order these accessories from Amazon, or you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
We'll provide installation instructions for the lights.
Yeah.
What do you think? And then I've been like, cool.
Yeah.
Just order them or whatever, Right. But like marking it up like 100% to not install them, just to Amazon Prime it to me, I was like, dude,
that's shady.
You're just a fucking asshole.
There's one. It is 100% like malicious intent there.
Yeah.
Like homie was not trying. Like that's just what he does. He's like scamming people.
Yeah, correct.
That's fucked. What's his name? Skip's Garage.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Skip. Your piece of shit garage. You pretentious fuck. I tell you, despicable.
So hopefully Slick Woody's is better. When I get their board in a couple weeks or whatever, I'll I'll update all of us, and we'll
We'll be
see.
in a lot better mood about it then. Hopefully. I imagine so.
I hope so.
I imagine so.
I really hope so, because it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like my. It's one of those things to me where it's like, is it worth spending $200-$300 on cornhole? Probably not, but like, it's one of those things I love to just throw on my lawn and spend a couple hours drinking beer and doing that, and so that's what makes it worth it to me.
That's like literally all we did on the 4th of July.
Yeah,
we went in your front lawn. We had beer, we had steak, and we just played cornhole all day in the sun.
Yep.
And that was fucking perfect. Could not have been a better 4th of July. Like you said, it's just a cool thing to do. It's I don't know. It's like such a dumb like yard game that you go to parties, is what you do, but like at the same time, I've got like not like sentimental, but like nostalgic feels for it at the same time. Like just all those like parties growing up, and then there was a time in California.
it just feels like summer.
Exactly. It
That's
just gives you that vibe of summer. It just gives you such a good feeling. There was a time in California where went to San Diego with a bunch of people from work, and then we got back to the Claremont packing house. We were on like the roof of the parking garage there, because that's where someone parked for some dumb fucking reason. And there's like this person's like, "Hey, I got bags in my car." Like, yo, whip them out. So just like, I don't even know what it was, like midnight or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Just putting bags on the roof of the packing house parking garage, and it was just a good time.
No, same thing here. Like even into fall, it was like 2 a.m. Have some dudes over. We're all just drinking, and like everyone's planning on crashing here. It's like,
Yeah.
You want to go play some bags? It's
Yeah.
like 1:30. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing I want more than that right now. Well, too, I mean, you got the lights, so it's only going to aid that, right?
Exactly. And that was the goal, right? I was like, I just don't want to worry about like the lawn being wet or it being dark. Like I just wanted like a hefty set, and that's like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's just things in life that it's like that's worth spending money on.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, like you said, you look at it as like, oh, it's just this dumb game. Like you're spending like all this money on. Like, is it really that worth it? Maybe not. But then when it comes down to it, like
6-7 years from now, when I have the same set.
Exactly. I mean, longer than that, really. If you take even like a little bit of care of it, it'll last you. It just aids in all these like fun nights with friends, just like hanging out and just relaxing. Community, man. So, yeah, no, I'd say good purchase.
It's how I feel about like, I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast before, but I'm obsessed with buying rocks glasses.
Right, yeah.
Like bad obsessed.
Yeah. Well, so his thing, and I agree with you. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Yeah.
But your thing is, you don't want no little bitch like, and oh man, what is this? What is this piece of shit?
Like we literally have whiskey glasses that I'm sure I will just like break by holding one day.
Oh yeah.
It'll just break.
Absolutely. It feels that way. Well, and really because of that, that's what sucks is we're never going to use those.
Yeah.
Those are the glasses you use when you have like 6 people over and you just don't have enough good glasses to give out.
Exactly.
So it is what it is, but
here's my cool little glass that no one ever uses, but because it's really impractical, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
And you're a woman.
Exactly. You don't fucking care. And whatever.
You don't even like whiskey. You're gonna give it to me to drink.
Exactly. Right. So
don't think I'm being sexist. I'm talking experience.
It just is what it is. Yeah.
There are plenty of women I know, including Elizabeth, that love whiskey. But
loves whiskey.
There's plenty of women that I know that are like, oh, I love whiskey. And then they're like, I don't like this.
This is icky. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, because there's like
plenty,
Fireball.
To be fair, there's plenty of dudes that I know that way too. So.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of dudes that like hate whiskey.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes that only like Mike's Hard Lemonade. There's just people out there that like that kind of stuff. So, but you need a hefty glass.
What? You do. I don't judge.
Yeah, I don't. Probably a little bit.
But you need a glass.
You need a glass. You need a
especially
mug.
if you're a whiskey drinker. Like, it just
Yeah. No, there's it's a great feeling, just like chilling outside in the summer. You know, it's a little bit of nip in the air, but you got a beautiful glass of whiskey with a nice cigar, and you're just hanging out, and the weight and the heftiness of the glass just feels. It's just it's like people with those ASMR, right?
it's an experience.
Yeah, it's just an experience that's just very satisfying. There's something about having a hefty, like, good weighted glass that's satisfying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This past weekend, I had a cigar for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Went outside.
Yeah.
Had some whiskey. Or actually, I don't need. Well, I probably had some whiskey, to be honest. But I've been doing like early spring spritzes.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that.
So like Aperol, maybe I'll like throw some gin in there or something. And then usually I'll just do like a flavored club soda, like a grapefruit Perrier or something. And that's pretty much it.
Just try using a grapefruit Truly one of these days.
That would work.
Yeah.
I don't. Trulies have like a syrupy texture.
So that'd be good in that kind of a drink, though.
You want really light, like crisp. You don't want like
No,
I'm not looking for a syrupy.
But you're not adding like a shit ton of this, are you? I don't know.
No, it's quite a bit.
But I guess proportionally to everything else.
Yeah, it's like 3 ounces, 2 to 3 ounces, so it's a good amount.
Yeah. I don't know. I would try it.
But I actually think we should do a spritz for a podcast or a pints, because it's like it's a very easy drink, and like Aperol goes a long way because you only need you don't need very much of it. So it's a good quarantine drink because it's like really easy to make, really easy to drink.
It'll last you a while.
Like it's just like all around. It's just like, and it's simple, right? Like like club soda, a fruit, and Aperol, and you pretty much got a spritz.
You're good. Yeah.
You want to spice it up? Pull a fucking daisy out of your yard and throw it in there. Like, why not?
Lavender. I don't know.
Well, lavender's not in season yet.
But like,
dude,
close.
This is one of the things I hate about lavender.
Okay.
Lavender's later in the season than you think it is.
Is it now?
It's like late July.
Ugh.
So long.
My summer's almost over.
I know.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I need like a mid-June lavender.
Yeah. So I usually until lavender comes, I go mint.
Ooh, yeah. I like that. That's nice.
Not very much, because mint really quickly becomes overpowering, but just like a little, like a bruised,
like a leaf.
Yeah.
2 tops.
Or just a sprig where like one leaf is bruised, but you put it in for decoration.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, it adds to the experience, right? Because
I actually bought rosemary, and I want to do more of a savory. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just have the rosemary scent, right? Like,
as I was gonna say about the mint is, even if you don't bruise it in there or anything, like even
it's
just having
for the
it there,
aroma.
the smink really part of the experience.
So I bought some rosemary for that. I don't. So
I'll experiment with you. I fuck with pine needles.
Okay, so on this Sunday, I get a very specific tea flower.
Okay.
I don't know the flower, but it's purple.
Okay.
I'm gonna infuse some gin with that, and it should turn it like a lavender purplish shade.
Yeah.
So that, a little bit of gin, some club soda, or I guess that is the gin. Yeah. So I don't know. With the Aperol is like a red orange color. But with the gin and so just gin and like a tonic with some rosemary, it'll be like a pinkish shade. So it'll be really interesting. I don't know.
That'd be good. You know you can get.
We'll experiment.
You can get lavender any time of year. I know you grow it and that's what you want to use, but you
No.
can get and it's still fine.
Now that we have a grow light, I want to do like a mini, like independent lavender thing.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen the self-watering kind of glass contraptions?
No. I don't plant
Well, they have
anything.
Them. They have like these like
Planted a tree
cloth
once. Didn't
like
grow.
strips into water, and they self-water as the soil like is dry enough to like bring the water. It's a science hydroponics bullshit. But now that we have a grow light, that's a possibility. The problem with my house is the sun is this way, and we don't have any windows this way. So as far as like natural light goes, it's very difficult to. So we have a couple lavender, like we have a lavender bush in our yard, and we have a couple that are like out back in planters.
Yeah.
But they're seasonal, obviously.
Right.
Like proper seasonal.
Right. See, this is why you guys are gonna actually make the drive out to my place this summer because
What place?
my place where I live.
Your apartment?
Yeah, you fuck.
You haven't invited us over.
I invited you Friday, and then
You
it was
did.
never talked about again.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Okay. All right.
And we're in quarantine, so it's just a little weird.
Totally.
But soon, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well,
you need to throw a post Corona housewarming.
Oh yeah. I completely plan on doing that. I plan on doing it.
John messaged me today, and he was like, "Hey, we need to get a post quarantine steak night stat." And I was like,
Well, I don't know how stat is so relative to when all this shit ends, but okay.
Well, he means like as soon as it ends,
Yeah.
steak.
Yeah.
So we could just combine all this shit.
Totally. By all means. Because my place isn't huge, so I can't have a shit ton of people over anyways.
Well, that's the whole steak night. That's what I mentioned, because I was like, how many people were talking?
Yeah.
And he's like, not that many. So I was like, that's probably perfect.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, it'd be solid.
You guys have like grills on your? I know some apartment complexes do.
I can have a grill.
That's like
I don't have a grill.
I don't mean you personally, but you're a complex.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe.
Hard maybe, actually.
All right. I mean, we
possible.
can figure it out. I got a plethora of options.
But
you've
if
seen.
they do, and it wouldn't be a bad time, but if they do, it would be by the main office, by the pool and cabanas. Wouldn't be a bad time.
Yeah.
But my point was, with your whole sun being east to west thing, I tell Jack and Elizabeth this all the time on lunch because Elizabeth's like, "Oh, I'm enjoying the sun." I'm like, "Yeah, cool, fuck you. I'm just stuck inside." But I'm happier with my situation because my deck faces west. So I would rather have it that way because that way when I get off work, I can go sit on my deck all night and enjoy the sun on my deck.
See, yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I mean, I love sunrises and everything, especially during the week. But the way, like, my house faces north to south.
Yeah.
There's nothing like, and I'm in a townhome, so east to west of me is another fucking townhome on each side.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, a little awkward. Like, there's definitely obviously like sometimes a day at certain times a year.
Yeah, in the summer we get more in the front because that's just the sun, how the sun works.
Right.
But,
which is nice, like, because I mean that's like really where your space is, right? Like you don't really have anything in the back other than you have your deck, but I mean like as far as like a yard goes, like the back or the front is like really where your space is at, anyways. So that kind of works out, but still,
just annoying.
Yeah, totally. So, but we have my deck. My deck faces west, and we'll grab some lights, grab a grill eventually, and we'll have a good time. So, it's I feel like they're actually going to be redoing it too because it's a death trap right now. I still go out on it, but it is what it is. They apparently the actual they say this. Someone checked out the actual skeleton, the like load bearing wood of the deck is good, but the platform, the actual wood that you stand on, is shit. And
It's
so
IKEA level wood,
Yeah.
aka it's cardboard
Absolutely
between two
cardboard.
very thin fake woods.
yeah, that's absolutely 100% what it is what it feels like.
You would know since you've fell into such a contraption before.
No, it's oh yeah, oh man, that shit. It breaks easy, but still doesn't feel good, especially when there's cactus on it. For fuck's sake, I forgot. I repressed that memory for a moment.
I mean, it was so good to walk into.
See my collapsed table
Yeah.
with dirt everywhere from the fucking
Well,
planter.
I think I walked in on it.
No, you did not walk
Did I
in on me
not?
falling. No. No one walked in. No. This was early in the
Oh,
morning.
you know what? I walked in like soon after, I think, because I think I was like on the way.
I think you had the class with John.
Yes, that's what it was.
Because John
Yeah.
woke up, and I think it was a 7:30 class.
Yep.
Is what it was. A 7:30 class. And he woke up, and John's walking out, and he like looks at me, and I like grab my blankets and I like roll up in my cocoon, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah. And he's like, you're a fucking idiot. And he like goes off to class. It's 7:30 in the fucking morning. Like, of course, if I'm in the class, I'm not gonna wake up at 7:30.
Yeah.
And so I go back to bed, and I get to this point where I don't know. I feel like I've told this on the podcast, but
I think we have.
I don't know. But I also feel like I haven't. I don't know. Anyways, fuck you. You'll hear it again. So I'm like at that point where you're like, you kind of wake up, but you're like at the brink of waking up and going back to sleep. You're like half and half. And I go to just like roll over, like you do that thing, you like roll over and you like get comfortable and immediately fall back asleep.
You're in the state of your dreams are really vivid.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is real. Like reality is real. Also, dream world is real.
Yes.
And you don't know where you're at in between.
Yes.
I know exactly what you mean.
But like you'll fall into REM in like a second. Like
Yeah.
you're just right at that level. Yeah. And so I very realistically rolled over. Very quickly found out there's no more bed left, though. I rolled the wrong way. And the problem was, this was the biggest problem with everything, because I feel like I could have recovered. But the problem is at 7:30 in the morning, when John woke me up going to class, I rolled into a cocoon of blanket that I couldn't escape from to break
Spread
my
your wings.
fall. Yes, spread my ring. God, spread my wings. Oh, man. And so I fucking slammed into this piece of shit IKEA table with a cactus of all things on. There was a fucking cactus. I don't know if my nose hit the table or my knee, and I feel like it hit my knee. And so I smashed that fucking table. Dirt everywhere. I gave myself a bloody nose from this experience.
not dirt, but like, well, I guess dirt from the cactus,
yeah.
but
No, there was like, it was a decent sized pot. It wasn't huge, but it was like a.
No, I forgot about that. But like, also just like cardboard particles, right? Like,
Oh yeah, it scattered when I slammed on it.
You split the
Oh,
table
I was a
in
top
half.
bunk, by the way. I don't think that was mentioned. I was top bunk.
But like, you split the table in half, and
yeah.
so you
Demolished all the legs.
So we got to see what is on the inside of an IKEA table.
Yes, we did. And it is like cork, but less than.
It is like corrugated cardboard folded in a pattern to where it's like architecturally sturdy, but like
sturdy enough to hold a cup.
Still not a strong material.
Not enough to hold a human body.
No. It's falling from 6 feet up.
Yeah. Not great.
Yeah. I mean, I love IKEA. They produce some great looking stuff.
Yes, great looking stuff.
It's like your whiskey glass. It's like, I'm not about, like, I'll get a whiskey glass from IKEA that I'll let guests use. Probably not going to use a whiskey glass from IKEA
It's
myself.
like your glass with a mountain in it. Oh,
Exactly.
man, does that look good.
That
is
great.
nice. You fill it just to the peak. It's beautiful.
Speaking of which, did not order that. That is an Elizabeth purchase.
Well, yeah, because you called it, and we all knew you were going to be right. Even she knew you were going to be right. But she was, like, holding out, like, A, it's just a cool-looking glass, and B, like, what if it is a good glass, you know? So
Well, and I'm in agreement. Like I've said, I think I even shared that with her. I was like, it looks like a cool glass.
Really great idea.
Yes.
Like if that was just executed with a better glass.
And I don't quite know how they would do it, right? It just like if they were to blow that glass, get that shape, and then fill it with other glass and then retain that like mountain shape, then it would be like, I don't know. It like even the sides of it just feel like it's flimsy. The bottom is hollow with the mountain. Yeah. So you pick it up and it feels like heavy as a red Solo cup.
Clip, yeah.
Yeah. And so like, and the sides are thin, so it just is, I don't know. Again, there are things in this life that are underrated in satisfaction. When we opened this and what you just did and holding it up, like there's some things that just are extremely satisfying that I think we take for granted often.
Yeah, absolutely. There is really. No, it's
like
weird.
We comment on this all the time, and I was talking to you about this when we were doing the old fashions, and I had that specific whiskey that like the cork.
Oh yeah, the cork pops.
Sounds great. It feels great. It is a real cork. Mm-hmm. There's just things like that where it's like all those tiny details that companies like to misplace and like upcharge you on the fucking Amazon bullshit. It's like, bro, like we were talking about this after our Pints episode that we just recorded before this. There's so many times where it's like I want, and maybe not want is the right word, but I'm willing to spend money to support these companies because they create such a satisfying experience for me.
Yeah.
And when you forsake that by doing things like upcharging me 100% on an Amazon order, when it's like, I'm here to spend $300 on your product.
But when you like fuck me over like this, or even just like cut me off in the details, like that just really rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, the devil is in the details, as they say.
And we can keep talking, but I'll get to rating this. Let's get to rating the cider because I think this is a good transition because this advertises itself as a hopped cider, and from a canning experience, it's got a great carb, it's got a great opening experience, but the expectation that they set with the Explorer hopped cider, I'm thinking like a good combination of apple and hops, and like I'm interested. Like I'm interested. I'm gonna
get some bitterness going.
Are they gonna go sour or are they gonna go sweet?
Yeah.
Like what flavors from hops if they can combine it? Are they gonna go more citrusy and sour? Are they gonna go more like a tropical hop and like a sweeter apple? Like I'm interested to see that combination.
Yeah.
And then we get to it and I'm like,
this is alcoholic apple cider?
This is an apple.
Yeah.
I could have, honestly, I could have eaten an apple.
You could pour some apple juice, some San Pellegrino, and some vodka, and you'd get the same thing.
Unfortunately, we had some power issues that killed the recording and some of the audio, so we kept podcasting for about 20 minutes after that, not knowing that was the case. We had the video, just the audio, the mics didn't get power going to them, so hopefully we've got that fixed up, but you kind of missed the ending of the podcast. But, I mean, honestly, we were just having a good time chatting at that point. You got the gist. So, thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you on Friday for our plays and on Sunday for our Pints episodes. If you haven't checked those out, do that. If not, we'll see you back on Tuesday for another episode of the podcast. Later.